is my creating and using a visual map with Smart Notebook software to reflect on what I've learned in American College of Education, Educational Technology, Class 506, Week 5 Reflection. I thought I'd do this a little bit differently and also include how I made my Venn diagram, which is my visual map, and also including what I did learn on it and to reflect on upon that. So why should we use visualization tools to reflect on learning? We live in a complete visual world, surrounded by images everywhere we look. We all know this. We're all bombarded by this. Besides reading and writing, our students need to understand and comprehend what they see. Burns, 2006, defines visual literacy as the ability to decode, comprehend, and analyze these images in order to construct meaning from visual representations of ideas and concepts. Just as readers of text draw inferences and construct meaning from written representations of language, viewers of images also draw inferences and construct meaning from visual representations of information, though often less consciously so. Our visualization tools will help learners take what they've learned through both text and multimedia, allow them to create an image reflecting on their understanding. I took this quote from Burns, 2006, 1,000 Words, Promoting Teachers' Visual Literacy Skills, from the journal Internet at Schools. And I think this really defines why we create a visual piece to help us understand our concepts. As a language arts teacher, I use these a lot, especially graphic diagrams in the classroom, but I think we can take it to a much higher level and use this through technology with our students. So, directions to easily develop a Venn diagram in Smart Notebook software. First, you want to click on the gallery, the picture frame. You type in the words Venn diagram into the search box at the bottom. That's the easiest way to find it. You open up where it says Notebook, File, and Pages folder, and you will select which Venn diagram data set you want to use. 2, 3, or 4. You drop and drag it into the notebook page. You add text. You can either type it in, or you can even have students write with pens up on the smartboard into the proper data set. Then you want to select all, group, and lock it so that your text doesn't get moved to the wrong place. It would look like this. Gallery, right here. The Venn diagram folders appeared right here after I typed the search. And then you have your notebook, file, and pages. The 3 data sets Venn diagram is the one I'm going to use into my reflection for ET 506 week 5. But there are other options as well. And this is what the Venn diagram looks like without the text. You could also use pictures and images to put into the Venn diagram. You come up with your categories. Younger learners would understand this as well. So here's my reflection. I incorporated 3 data sets: the role of the technology leader, professional development, and personal knowledge. And within that, I set 5 goals. So I think alone, the role of the technology leader is to conduct needs assessment frequently and often, and to evaluate it and make changes as needed. They help them determine what skills and technology to develop with the staff, to facilitate learning, lead the learning, to monitor the technology budget if that's part of the job description, and make technology goals happen. And then down here, my professional development will overlap with the role of the technology leader. And what I did right here is I think both the role of the technology leader and professional development is to help others, to lead others, to conduct appropriate and in-demand professional development that will support teachers leading to successful student learners. That's the goal of professional development, to make our students successful. For professional development, you're going to complete needs assessments and use to form a basis of professional development to make professional development relevant and practical, to evaluate the presenter, easily to adapt into the classroom, that's the type of professional development my teachers want, and to provide accessible references and resources. If I look over here into my personal knowledge, personally, I think I need to, and I do, to assimilate personal knowledge and learning into my classroom. What I learn on my own time, think about how can I adapt that into my classroom and make it happen. I want to remain a lifelong learner, constantly practicing and implementing learning. And then what's going to overlap here between professional development and personal knowledge is to develop easy to understand and follow guides and resources, and to also self-model the professional development that maybe I created or helped, lead, to put that into my classroom. I want to look next up here, the overlap between the role of a technology leader and the personal knowledge. This will be used for constant learning and participating in new technologies, research best practices, and to be innovative. And I think all three will overlap into self-evaluations for myself, for my learners, for my students, for my teachers, for the administration. We also need to evolve how we teach and how we learn, because that's changing. Our society is driving that. We need to drive change, all of us, through professional development with personal knowledge and as a role of technology leader. We need to become innovators. We need to schedule time, and we need to keep it exciting. If it's not exciting, then we're not going to use it. That leads to development of my 5 goals, which would be to conduct a needs assessment frequently and often. Using SurveyMonkey or any other online tools is great. Goal 2, to conduct appropriate and in-demand professional development that will support teachers, leading to successful student learners. Goal 3, to develop easy to understand and follow guides and resources. I've already made a few, but to make them in print but also accessible online as well, and to add to them and make them able to be changed. Goal 4, to myself, to remain a lifelong learner, constantly practicing and implementing my learning and implementing that into my teaching. And goal 5, to schedule time. Time to be a technology leader, time for professional development, to develop, to give, and to take, and develop time, schedule time for my personal knowledge. Thank you for watching my reflection for ET 506 Week 5. I hope you understand how the role of technology leader, professional development, and personal knowledge all overlap to help us make us more successful teachers and successful learners.